Now we're going to jump into the stamps and the dies. Let's grab them. Let's grab them, shall we? Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We have 5 new stamps and 2 new metal die sets. First stamp is continuation of the mini icons. Let me just grab a white piece of paper here. Continuation of the mini icon stamps. Mini icon stamps, I don't know, there's probably maybe 15 now. I need to count, I guess. But the mini icon stamps are always a 3x3 stamp set. There are always 12 icons and a definition. So this new set is mini icons books. All right, so you have lots of different stacks of books, open books, books on a shelf, another view of an open book with a heart in it. But that those little mini icons are definitely bigger than your bullet stamps. Okay, so these guys are, let me grab my little ruler here. These guys are, my goodness, there's magnets and all kinds of things in there. These guys are about 1/2 inch by anywhere from 1/2 inch to about 3/4 of an inch. All right, so those are the mini icons. Sarah said, I love this set, another stamp set for the new volume in my reading journal. Awesome. So little 3x3 mini icons. So that is the first of the 5 new stamp sets. Next up, we have In the Circle months. So In the Circle is a series now because we have one In the Circle, which is In the Circle, which is a really fun circle that has a die go with it, that has a die set that goes with it. But this guy is In the Circle months. So 12 circles. So one for each month. You have it kind of split in the center, where on the left side you have the initial for the month, and on the right side you have the number of the month. So J1 is for January, O10 is for October. You also have 2 solid stamps, a solid circle and a solid half circle, so that you could stamp a solid and then stamp any of those months on top. Or if you wanted, you could stamp a half circle and then 2 different colors. You could end up with, maybe a orange on the left side for the N, and then maybe like a tan on the right side for the 11. All right, so that is In the Circle months. Next up, this one is probably, so Sarah, where did I get the idea to do this one? So it's interesting. I saw a logo. I saw a logo for some home design decorator. I don't even remember what it was. It was some email that I received, and their logo, I don't know, maybe had like an M, I want to say maybe an M on one side or 2 M's or something. And it stuck in my head, and I kept kind of going back to it, and I went, oh my gosh, that would be a really fun idea for a stamp set, kind of that half and half. So that's where I got the idea. That is where I got the idea. All right. I may have missed something I think I missed something in the chat. If I missed something, someone just tell me and I'll answer. All right, this is the one I think I am probably the most excited about. If I had to pick, I don't know, it's kind of like picking a favorite child. It's a little bit difficult. This is the Glimmers stamp set. So if you were with me in December, let me see, excuse my reach there. Let me look. In December, we did a list. I had spent a week with my dear friend, Sherry, and I had that somewhere, I thought. Maybe I don't have it in there anymore. Anyhow, I had spent a week with my dear friend Sherry, and while we were together, she had shared with me a concept called Glimmers. And she said, have you ever heard of this? And I'm like, Glimmers? No. And we talked about it. The whole idea behind a glimmer, it's kind of a thing that is taking the world by storm a little bit. The whole idea behind glimmers are basically moments in your everyday that maybe spark a little bit of joy or a little bit of happiness. So like yesterday, I got a text from my ex-sister-in-law that I hadn't talked to in about 8 years. And yesterday was Jack's birthday, our older son, and she texted me and said, happy like day you became a mom day. And I was like, oh my goodness. But it was just like this little bright, unexpected moment in my day. So kind of the whole idea behind Glimmers is the more that you were kind of thinking about that and thinking about glimmers like that, the more you recognize them and the more you look for them and the more that you like appreciate them, the more that you'll start noticing them and the more they will kind of appear in your life. Just kind of a great way, especially as hard as life can be. If you can try to incorporate looking for glimmers in your life, I think it can be really powerful. I will tell you guys, this is crazy. I did that list on December 21st. So this was the list that we did that day. Of course, it wasn't using the new stamp set. Oh, this is all apart. This is totally apart. Here we go. It's all apart because for the idea book, so it's all been deconstructed. But this was the list that we did on December 21st. I will tell you guys that following Monday on the 23rd, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh my gosh, we need to have a Glimmer stamp set. I've never designed a stamp set so fast in my life. Literally about a half an hour, it went off to the graphic designer. The graphic designer worked on it. And the fact that in a month, less than a month, really, and over the holidays, that stamp set is now in production and here is pretty amazing. Things never go according to plan. So I have included a link in the description box of the video down below. If you're kind of interested in that whole idea of glimmers, I've included a link in the description box of the video that I shared when we first did that list to an article that I just found really powerful online. Just kind of talks a little bit about glimmers and incorporating them into your life. So whole idea behind that stamp set is you better believe this year we will be doing glimmers list because it's one of those look for the silver lining kind of thing. So in fact, we'll be doing our next one this coming Saturday when we list on the 18th. So that's a 4x6 stamp set. Your title. Did I have my little sample? Not sure where that is on this mess of a desk. These three right here, today I noticed, this week I noticed, and this month I noticed, those are sized to fit right under that space between the G and between the L and the E. So those all fit right there. So you kind of have your built-in list or your built-in stamps to kind of help you not only be thinking about your glimmers, but then documenting them too, because I think documenting is really important. And then lots of fun little words to go with them. And then a couple of like little glimmers. There's even a little glimmer bullet for to use in your list. I will tell you, I made an executive decision, oh my gosh, I want to say maybe Monday, to not have this redone because it would delay us. You're going to be extra appreciative when you're thinking of your glimmers because the word appreciate is on the stamp set twice. So when I was talking to Amy about that, I'm like, oh shoot. And she said, you know what? You can never be too appreciative. So having two appreciates is okay on your stamp set. Okay. So that is the third of our 5 new stamp sets. This one is the 2025 About Last Month stamp set. So that is the stamp set that I used as I put together the 2025 Year in Review project as part of that project kit. So you'll see that, and it is used it's used each month. And variations are used. This is actually a really easy way for you to see this. This is coming off because I had to unslip cover it in order to do all my decorating, so don't mind that. Anyhow, so there are all of the months in beautiful, bright colors. You have all 12 months. You have 2 different stamps to kind of document with, About Last Month, and then another version called Month in Review. You have the 2-digit months, 01 through 12, and I used those in some cases. Let's see, let me find one here. In some cases, Oh, like this one. Here we go. So I have used the 2-digit month in that little space right there sometimes instead of just adding a die cut. And then you also have 3 years, 25, 2026, and 2027. So that stamp set is included in the in that 2025 year in review project kit, but it is also available a la carte. Those are always available a la carte. But even if you don't do about last month or a year in review, that is a great stamp set for your months. These, I will tell you, there are some long words there, right? So if you are buying that stamp set, you want to make sure that you have a stamp block that is long enough. And of course I have one of those for you. Don't mind, it's a little bit dirty because it really got used a lot as I was designing that project. So that is a 5-inch stamping block. Just, that's now gonna bug me because it's really dirty there. Let me just fix that. All right, still dirty, but that's okay. Anyhow, clear acrylic stamping block, 5 inches wide. But the nice thing about this, so it fits all of your long words. But here's the other thing. It also fits that year about last month stacked and also fits month in review stacked. So that was kind of designed with that in mind. So if you need a long 5-inch by 1-inch stamping block, that's a good one. That's one of mine. All right, so the very last stamp in the January release is kind of an add-on to something that I released in November. So in November, released the Poe Alpha stamp set. So Poe Alpha, a 117-piece 6x8 stamp set. So this one released in November, and you have little tiny letters, and then you have bigger letters. And with January release, now you have the large letters. Oh, don't mind that. There's a little sequin in there from when I was photographing today. So Poe Alpha large lowercase. 6x8 stamp set. There are 36 stamps on there. And you might say, well, Layle, why are there 36? There's only 26 letters in the alphabet. And I say, okay, there's 3 punctuation, but still that means 33 letters. There are duplicates of some of your letters that are very frequently used in words. So you have A, E, I, O, and you have T and R. And so those are all duplicates. So just to help you a little bit more, so maybe you're not having to stamp a word and then come back and, restamp again a different letter. All right, so there we go. And that is not part of the release, but I just wanted to show you. That is November, and then this is January. The 5 stamps that I just showed you in the January release, they are available a la carte. Everything is always available a la carte, but they are also available in a bundle. So anytime you buy a bundle from me, it's discounted. So I think when you buy the bundle, it is 10%. It is marked 10% off. Now, some of you will say, but Layle, I already bought this. I already have this because I got it in the 2025 year in review. So that's not fair because I can't buy the bundle and get the discount. And I say, don't worry, I got you. It's already discounted and in the 2025 year in review project kit. So you're not, you didn't miss out. Okay, so there we go. The five new stamps in the January release.